I'm in La La Land right now. I'm in La La Land. I'm a kid in the candy factory in a car store. What more can you get, man? Come on, man. This is Gears in the Rear.
Film, you're talking typically $6,500 to $7,500 to do stealth paint protection film on a full body.
Introduce myself. I'm with Gears in the Rear. Your name is? Christy. This is Christy. This is where all the magic happens. These ladies run the show. Can I get your name again?
Bree.
Bree. Melvin, peace, Sean.
This R8, same thing. Gloss dark gray from the factory. And then we do paint protection film over the entire car and it gives it that satin look.
In case y'all didn't know, man, this is Gears in the Rear. This is season 2. I told y'all I was gonna bring y'all some heavy heat. I got my man Iain over here with 503 Motoring, and this is what we do. We in the vault, we locked in, we got it for a little bit of time, and you see how this conversation is going, man. And it's just what we do. We vibing, we rapping, we car guys, we just talking. But I have to ask you, where did your love for the cars come from? Who got you in the game like this?
I've got a crazy long-ass story that we probably would need, 8 shows to handle. But my grandma used to run trains in her 32 coupe. So, like, I come from gearheads way in the past.
So, grandma, baby. It started at the crib. Grandma, baby.
My mom, when I was in high school, had a Shelby, Super Snake. And Silica GTs, and like my mom, single mom, grew up with a single mom, entrepreneur. She loved her cars. And then I got into radio and TV out of college. And after that, through that, I started a radio show called Fuel. It was a car show.
Oh, a car show.
Doing that on the weekends.
Another car guy.
Right. And met Tim, who owns 503 Motoring. We came in and did a...
Shout out to Tim, man, our guy.
Met Tim, became friends. When I left radio, he was like, what are you doing? And I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. And he goes, what can you do? And I said, I could push the hell out of a broom, and I can run some events for you. Because that's kind of my background, is promotions and events and marketing. And he was like, come work for me. And so that was in 08, 07, 08. So my first day at 503 Motoring was meeting him at the airport on our way to SEMA. That was my entrance into...
Right into the frying pan. We had SEMA.
So car lover, car show, didn't really know much about cars. I knew I liked cars. I knew I liked the aesthetic.
Right on.
I knew it spoke to me, but no real world automotive experience.
Okay.
And Tim basically just kind of... I sat next to him for years, listening to him, how he did his thing, and always talking about honesty and integrity and calling the customer when shit doesn't go right. Our policy here is the instant something happens, somebody in the shop comes and tells whoever the salesperson is, we make that phone call right off the bat.
There it is.
Number one, that person's got some time to process it before they come get their car.
Right.
And number two, knowing that we're on top of it and being transparent about that. So just watching Tim and how he evolved with clients and grew, I picked that up, put in my own, sauce into it, started building relationships, and got to a place where Tim has moved from 503 Motoring. I mean, he's still a day-to-day operations guy, comes in, makes sure that we're doing what we're doing, that we're, going down the path that he has envisioned for his company. But now he works here. He does consignment and acquisition and sales and big picture stuff for 503 Motoring. And it's kind of let me kind of take the reins a little bit on the day-to-day operations. Downpipes and exhaust, and we're about to tune it with Mega 3 Performance. So flames, fast, all that. Because, an SVJ is not fast enough from the factory, so. Yep. Brand new C8, carbon high wing, exhaust, lowering, brake upgrades. So we're doing Giro disc, low dust pads. One of the problems with those cars is they kick a ton of brake dust, and guys are doing wheels. So when you can do a low dust pad, cuts down all that maintenance. So you just go out and enjoy it, not have to clean it all the time. So
you don't have to. You have to change the caliper.
no.
You have to change the. What do I have to buy? On my
Rotors.
Buy new rotors.
Yeah. So we do Giro disc rotors on those.
Okay.
Yeah. And then low dust pads. Aaron, who's our shop manager over there, owns Aaron Out, which is a company that builds custom lowering links.
Okay.
So they're adjustable. So basically what happens in this car is it's got a nylon bar that has a ride height sensor and it tells the car where it's sitting.
Okay.
We make adjustable ones so that we're basically tricking the car into thinking it's riding too high and it lowers itself.
Oh, come on now. So this next level right here.
Access mode obviously looks slammed, so you can pull up wherever you're going, dump it, and then you've got all of the usability that the car usually has, like comfort mode and dynamic.
And then you got the killer stance, and it's all because Aaron came up with a nice little new way of tricking the system to give you everything you need on the new school that you could possibly put on the old school.
As long as the car has factory air, we can lower it.
I mean, that's worth changing the factory air, because now you're not playing with coilovers and none of that other stuff. You're actually kind of cheating the game a little bit.
Yeah,
You can essentially cheat the system a little bit.
Yeah. So this is good for Mercedes, BMW, Audi, Tesla. All the new Teslas have air suspension factory.
So would that be so dope to see a Tesla?
We got them.
Oh, come on
through the
now.
Instagram. We've got a
Come on now. We got the lower Teslas.
Yeah.
We gotta have somebody pull up to a car meet with the Tesla.
We've got a purple one that's just down the street, so we can get it to come out.
We can get a purple Tesla to come out, lowered.
And then brand new Raptor. It's got a couple hundred miles on it. We just did 1552 wheels, some sound deadening in it, and we are about to do. We just did window tint on it also.
So I'm having this trouble. We keep talking about the sound that there's a lot of different stuff on the market. A shop like this, what would you prefer?
We use Second Skin,
Okay.
which their Damplifier Pro is just like Dynamat, except it's a little bit more tacky.
Okay.
I mean, they're all the same, right?
Gotcha.
In a way.
Okay.
So, but we like Second Skin.
One of the questions that we got asked on the show when they talked about the sound deadening and stuff is, do you put it in the roof? Do you put it in the roof of an old school, or do you put it in the roof of a car? Like, we get the significance on the floor.
Yeah.
But when does it come to a roof? How do you guys feel about that?
I mean, definitely it's doable. What you want to think about when you're putting sound deadening in a car is when it's not deadened, if you tap on it and it sounds tinny, you put sound deadening on it and it's not tinny. So you're taking some of that ambient, like, noise and tinniness out of the cabin.
Gotcha.
So we do mostly floor pans and door panels where you're picking up a lot of the road noise.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, we've done
So what about the
several
trunk?
cars where-
What about the trunk? What do you suggest with the trunk? Do you suggest on the trunk lid? Because I know you can get them down in the fender walls.
Yeah.
You can hear a little bit of that, like a whale sound, like something's hollow there.
Yeah.
You
I mean,
suggest?
same with you putting a big stereo in a car, you're going to want to sound deaden everything,
Gotcha.
right?
Gotcha.
Because in an old school especially, it's about stopping the rattles,
Okay.
not about road noise, right?
Gotcha.
You're trying to stop that vibration sound from transferring from the subs into the trunk lid, and then that brrr sound that
Right,
you
right,
always
right.
hear, right?
Gotcha,
So
gotcha.
that's the benefit of sound deadening lids and roofs, is you're eliminating that vibration.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
You showed us some beautiful stuff, and we had an opportunity to dive in and dig a little bit more. And so as we're doing that, it's, you have a team, right? I saw your team. I mean, outstanding group. I said we got one guy's the point guard. What's his name again?
Aaron's our shop manager.
So shop manager's the point guard, and then we saw his wingman, we saw his other wing, we saw his 3, and we saw his 5-man working on the brakes and stuff. When I tell you guys, they was doing some immaculate work.
Every car that comes from the manufacturer, they're cutting costs somewhere, right?
Okay.
And look, you jump in a brand new C8, it's already fast, it already stops great, it's already got all of these bells and whistles. And so all we're doing is fine tuning. So we did Giro disc brake rotor upgrade, and then a low pad disc, or low dust pad, because guys are putting wheels on cars. What's the biggest pain in the ass about wheels?
That dust. That dust and that dirt. You hear that squeak a mile away, and you be like, man, I just put new pads on. I know I like. And so that's what that is.
Yeah.
So they made something now where it's just coated till we keep that dust off. We don't have that loud
low dust
squeaking.
pad. And many applications for many cars on the planet now have a low dust application.
Okay,
Yep.
okay.
And talking about the team, obviously Tim, right?
Yep.
He started this mobily, doing
Okay.
paint protection film in his own garage.
Okay.
So started in '01. We
Yeah.
opened half of that building in '04.
Okay.
Doubled the size in '08. Opened this in '15.
Okay.
Third location, clean room for paint protection film 2 years ago. And then our staff that Tim has grown over the years is great. Like, he believed in me. I'm helping to foster other guys. Like, it's this chain. Aaron, our shop manager, been great. 9 years in 503 motoring.
Okay.
There's not many people that I trust more with a car and figuring out problems. Sean, our production manager, who's relatively new and not from the car world, which is a great insight into production because he understands what it takes to get a job from A to B.
Okay.
And isn't caught up in the car world BS, right?
Because there's a lot of BS right
It
now.
is.
Oh my
It
goodness!
is.
I mean, to get a paint job or to get body man,
Yeah.
or to even be seen and somebody give you a straight answer, it's like, whoa, man, it's riddle me this or riddle me that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's becoming a headache, man, and I'm just not understanding why we having this much time to put some paint where it ain't.
Yeah.
I'm just not understanding that.
Well, here's the problem. A lot of shops get into this situation where you sell a job. You're already behind on another job. Use that money to finish that first job. You got to wait for that next job to
Talk
come
to
in
him, E.
to pay for the next job.
Talk to him.
It's that robbing Peter to pay Paul, so
Talk
that
to
you can
him.
keep pushing stuff out the door. And how do you deal with that? By calling the customer and being like, "Hey, bro, sorry, I need 6 more weeks," or "Hey, bro, I need 6 more months."
Do y'all
or,
hear this?
"I need
Gears in the rear
$3,000
fans,
more."
are you hearing this? He's giving you a play-by-play of what we all dealing with right now.
Yeah, and that's the reality, and that's why the car world has the reputation it has to a lot of people that aren't in it, or even people that are in it that are just so tired of the same old.
Oh my goodness! I've been in paint jail 2 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
I started off with, hey man, I can get to you this day, and I'm like, okay, fine. And like I said, I always say I do my due diligence because I know the car guys is gonna bless me.
Yeah.
I do my best to make sure I speak highly of folks, and I put people in the right hands where they need to get things done. So I seen you talk about the shop. You got a team. You guys have been putting on some great events lately, man. I was out of town, but I heard there was a big car show that went down out here.
Yeah,
on a Wednesday.
Once a month we do. During the summer, it's called Righteous Nights.
Okay.
And it's open to all makes and models. So we have Group 6 come in and screen print T-shirts that are different at every event.
Okay.
Ian from Dead Stock Coffee comes in and pours coffee for everybody. If you guys don't know Ian from Dead Stock, go check it out downtown in Chinatown, right next to
Okay.
Index.
Okay.
And it's really a way for everybody in the car community to get together as grown-ups. I think one of the things that we can all agree on is meets and car get-togethers in general usually devolve into some bullshit.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I can swear, but
No, you're good. We
you know,
understand that.
dudes
BS
doing
happens.
burnouts and being rowdy and crazy. And look, there's sideshow stuff aside. I get that, like, right? But when you're going to a meet just to hang out and chill, it needs to be that. And so we offer a simple, respectable place where every car, every person can come and just see some different stuff, right?
And we will have the rules brought to you because I did recognize the Righteous Nights. I saw the rules, and that's exactly why I saw that. Because I said, look, if you can't honor 2 rules, then I don't think you should be here.
Those are the 2
Those
rules
are the
in
2
cars
rules
right there.
We're going to make sure we honor that
Yeah.
and we do
and
that.
those are the rules. And, you know, people have been great about abiding by those rules. This is private property, right? Our building managers could be like, you can't do that anymore if people act like jackasses. And so, you know, I'm really keyed into people in the community that want to share the love, and it doesn't matter what make and model. And you and I are somewhat similar. We both like old school stuff.
Yeah.
I like some new school stuff. I think the common denominator that everybody in the car world has is that moment, right? You're driving whatever it is that you drive.
Absolutely.
Right? You're driving your olds. I'm driving my Lincoln. Dude's driving his Ferrari. That moment that you are sitting in that car and you feel like king of the world or queen of the world or person of the world, whatever you are, you're like, that energy, that vibe, that's that common denominator that we all as car people have and need to foster amongst each other. So it doesn't matter if you're a JDM right-hand drive guy or a Euro guy or a domestic guy or an old school guy. It's that moment, that love moment that you have with your car that all of us have, and that's what we want to try to foster here.
So we fostering that. What platforms can we find you guys on?
I mean,
Talk to me.
the gram is the best for us.
Okay.
Just 503 Motoring. We're on Instagram, Facebook. We're on YouTube. We, a lot of that stuff. But our most prolific stuff is on Instagram.
And so, you guys have some precious jewels back here.
Yeah.
Talk to me about one of these things, man. I seen this big old, I call it the Matchbox.
Oh, the Wide Star.
The Wide Star. We've
Yeah.
seen a little bit of that.
Yeah.
What type of packages or things you putting on cars around here?
I mean, look, we are, I think for no better way to really describe us than an aesthetic performance and styling shop, right?
Ooh,
So
okay.
it's about the look and the
Okay.
energy and the curb appeal that the car has, along with the exhaust note and the performance. It's the whole picture.
It's
right?
just putting together that full glass slipper. That
Yeah, exactly.
that pulling up Cinderella-ish,
Yeah.
having everything painted out right.
So we started, like I said, Tim started in his own garage doing paint protection film,
Yep.
window tint. We do ceramic coatings, so for all protection package kind of stuff.
Okay.
But then we go further than that.
Yeah.
I mean, wheels and tires, super common for us.
I've
We're the
seen some
Northwest
setups.
distributor for
I've
most
seen
of the
some
premier
setups.
brands.
You know what? On wheels and tires.
Yeah.
We talked a little bit about that
That's
today too.
that's my house.
Okay,
by the
so
way.
that's your wheelhouse.
That's my house.
Okay. Educate a few folks on these wheels and tires, and
Okay.
it's okay to know your brands. And like I said, we talked about. I saw some Michelin tires. I saw certain things that was
Yeah.
going on. Kind of let me know a little bit about the wheels and tires. We talked about the depth perception and
Offset.
offsets and folks getting these
Yeah.
rims that stick way out here
Yeah.
and not knowing how to really dress them up right.
Look, I mean,
'Cause we call them shoes in the town.
Yeah.
Shoes got to be right.
so there's two ways to build a wheel, right? There's a cast wheel, which is a ice cube tray in the shape of a wheel that they do molten aluminum. They finish it, they put it on the shelf. It's an off-the-shelf kind of set, right?
Yes.
Most shops deal with that kind of a wheel. Then there's forged wheels that are single block of 6061 aluminum that they mill the wheel out. Lighter, stronger, 3 times the price,
Yes.
right? So besides that, the main problem that we've got in the wheel game right now is number one, experience.
Uh-huh.
Number two, dealing with manufacturers that know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
And number three is fitment, offset. Bolt pattern, hub bore are important.
Uh-huh.
That gets it on the car.
Got you.
Offset puts it in the right spot,
Got you.
right? And so that's the important thing about the wheel game. And
I'm
getting
seeing
your
a lot of
terminology right.
offsets. I'm seeing a lot of offsets.
We were talking about, you
some-
see a S-Class driving down the street and the wheels are poking out 2.5 inches and the guy thinks he's balling.
with no mud flap, and
No.
his dimensions is all the way off, and
Yeah.
he's just happy it said 4G and somebody sold him some bullshit.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And so just falling back on historical data for us is super important. Most cars we've done a bunch of times.
Gotcha.
And if we haven't done it, we're going to do the research involved to make sure that we're right. Like,
Gotcha.
I'm not going to sell you a $10,000 set of wheels
Okay.
and have you get those wheels on the car
Uh-huh.
and have them be wrong. And then now you're mad at me.
Because I'm looking like a clown car.
I don't like people being mad at me. I want to do shit the right way
I've seen-
first time.
I've seen folks
You
come
know
out
what I
looking
mean?
like a clown car, man.
Yeah.
That's, and I just was trying to understand, like, that transparency and how does it go to make sure we have the right setup, the right combo. And I've even seen guys willing to, like, they went from 4 lug to 5 lug because they wanted to get the pattern right
Sure.
and
Yeah.
make sure they got everything lined up and
Yeah.
get as pretty as they need it to be.
I mean, one of the extra steps that we always take when we're doing a set of wheels, whether it's cast or forged,
okay.
doesn't matter what your budget is when you come in and you buy wheels. We're going to do this. Most shops will get those wheels shipped in from the manufacturer. They're going to put the tires on. They're going to have them sitting there waiting for you. So you roll in, they can throw them on super fast, and you're out the door.
Yeah.
We test fit before we mount tires every single time. Here's the trick in the
Ooh.
industry. Most wheel companies, if they send you a wheel and it's wrong, will make good on it. But if you've had a tire mounted to it, they will not take it back. And same with a tire. Once it's been mounted to the wheel and the sticker's been pulled, they won't take it back. So that
Ooh.
one extra step that takes us, our client, an extra half an hour to come in to make a test
Major
fit.
jewel there.
Us, an extra half an hour to do a test fit, right? But that in the long run pays off because the number of sets of wheels that we put on cars that are incorrect goes from just guessing at it to making sure every time.
And now it becomes a science, and that becomes part of the
Yeah.
routine. That's that extra step. That's that extra quality, that love that you've been talking about, that 503 Motoring give you. Again, man, we've been blessed. We here. You've seen us in the Bat Cave. We've been in the vault. It's some beautiful stuff in here.
Thank you.
We appreciate your time and having us out here. Once again, man, whenever you want us to have us for another one, we definitely willing to come out. We want to catch one of your car shows before the sun goes down and we don't have no more cars for another year or so. But again, I want to thank everyone for letting us come out here again, man. Major shout out to 503 Motoring. Major shout out to GMP, Thorn City Syndicate. And you know, it's your boy Gears in the Rear. It's Mel P, Season 2. And thank you, man.
Thank you. And the one thing I want to thank you for is talking about car stuff to the community, because I feel like a lot of people don't get that inside view. And you're the guy that's bringing it to them, and so I appreciate it.
And man, we just want to continue to give them content, man. So you know, whatever setup you have, and I thank your clients too for letting us see some of their work, because I don't understand why everybody's keeping such a secret. Like, if you're in this game alone, there's only so many formulas you can do. There's only so many LS motors you can put in. There's only so many paint colors you can go with. I mean, sharing is caring, and if we get the knowledge out there right, we have these beautiful quality things on the road. And now we got something we can work with.
The secret sauce is doing it right. That's it.
There it is. There it is. Appreciate you, man. This is Milk.